What is up, you guys? I'm here with Amber Abwe, aka Swolisi. Thank you for filming. And we are going to do a video today of how to squat, and we're going to go through all the mechanisms and explain it on a voiceover because the gym we're going to film in is pretty loud. So we're going to head in there and we're going to teach you how to squat the right way. Let's go. Okay, first thing is first, you want to make sure that you have the right equipment to do proper squats with. I like to use these squatting shoes. Not everybody needs squatting shoes, but they're beneficial when you don't have very good mobility or if your joints are very tight. I personally have tight calves and tight ankles, which means that I can't keep my heel on the ground when I'm squatting. So by bringing the squatting shoe in, it actually gives you a little lift under your heel, which will compensate for that lack of mobility. I'm going to show you the difference between this flat shoe that I'm holding now and the squatting shoe by doing a couple air squats for you guys. And you can see in the air squats, see here I'm comparing the two shoes. In the air squats, you're going to see the foot with the flat shoe, the heel is coming off the ground. That's just because I have poor mobility. So I need the squatting shoe to do a proper squat. Here on the squatting shoe, you can see the heel is firmly on the ground. It's not lifted. Whereas on the other side, with the flat shoe, my heel is nowhere near on the ground. So that is something that you need to do some self-assessment and see if you need squatting shoes. You can see the difference there. My heel is just flying up. So that's the first step, making sure you have mobility or a good squatting shoe. Next thing we're going to talk about is the setup. So you're either going to do a high bar squat or a low bar squat. And that just means where the bar is positioned on your back. I like to do the low bar squat. As you can see here, that's resting right on my rear delts. Now there's benefits and disadvantages to both of those kind of squats that I'm going to go over. But just to show you the difference, here again is the low bar squat. The bar is on my rear delts, and here is the high bar squat, which Amber is modeling. The bar sits right on top of your traps. So that's the difference. I'm going to go over them now. So with low bar squatting, since the bar is pretty far down your back, it's on your rear delts instead of on top of your traps. This just forces your upper body just to lean forward more during the squat than it would with the high bar squat. Anatomically, that's just how it goes. Now, since you have this position, it actually puts a greater emphasis on your glutes and your hamstrings than it does on your quads. So it's a posterior chain dominant exercise. With high bar squatting, like Amber's showing you now, the squats actually put a greater emphasis on your quads. Since the weight is directly on top of your traps and your shoulders, you're actually pushing more with your quads than you would with your glutes. So that's basically the difference. Oh yeah, and your torso is more upright. Next topic to cover is knees. Now this is an example of how not to have your knees when you squat. Oh Lord, that's bad. You want to try to imagine that you're spreading the floor open with your feet and your knees are driving outward the whole entire time, fighting that resistance for them to cave. Next topic is your torso. When you go down for a squat, do not do this. See how my torso folded forward before I even went down? Fold down. That is all bad. Don't do that. You want to have... Amber likes to call this the stripper booty squat because she says that people do it on Instagram so that their butts look bigger and you are just arching your back, arching your lower back and popping that butt. That does not get you glutes, ladies. It does not work. This is how you should squat. Now watch how her back does not arch like crazy. Her butt's not popping out of place. She just braces and squats and her spine is very stable. That is a good squat and that is what will get your glutes, not the other way. Bracing for your squat is so important. Don't suck up your air and keep your air up in your lungs. You want to fill your gut with air, just feel solid like you're going to get punched in the stomach. Brace, hold it in, and then squat. I think Amber did a better job of explaining this via motions. Don't keep the air up in your chest. You want to keep the air in your belly, lock it in. You want to use that air to brace yourself. When you are squatting, you want to visualize yourself spreading the ground open with your feet outward. When you spread your feet open, you're going to want to squeeze your glutes as hard as you can, like squeeze those suckers. Naturally, with the human body, this is just one movement. Squeeze the glutes, spread your feet open. Spread the floor open with your feet. Contract your quads as hard as you can and contract those glutes. That is the only thing that you should be thinking about when you're down in your squat. When you're down at the bottom of your squat, contract the glutes as hard as you can and just power up. Next topic of discussion is your elbows. You don't want your elbows pointed back to the wall behind you. You want them pointed down like this, so it locks the bar in place. That's not how you should have them. That is how you should have them. Not pointed back, pointed down. That's all I got for you guys today. I hope you got some great squatting tips and that you're just going to murder your squats from now on. Please make sure that you're still subscribed so that you don't miss out on a video, and I will see you next Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on my channel. Wait, redo.
Just keep going. Okay, now go.
What is up, you guys? I am... Let's go.
Ready, and...
Fingers down my spine. Girl, you look mighty fine. Won't you rub your fingers